Hi everyone, Skillshot 99 Gaming. This is Plated Live. We got the final exhibition. It's going to be a great walkthrough tonight. We got two new teams. We got the Sparks and we got the Amps, and both are here to light it up with a little bit of electricity. So I'm excited about tonight. These are 4 versus 4. My team for the last 30 minutes has been preparing, so y'all better look out. And I know that the Amps are preparing as well. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this brand new map. I'm going to try to play, keep score, and do all the above. So it's going to get a little bit wacky, I know. So I'm learning this map just like you guys are. So, you know, where all the icons and everything else are stored. So no items are coming out of inventory tonight. Something's going to be a little bit different tonight. Those of you that are watching, we need your help. Because, yes, I will be kind of semi-keeping score, just to see how we do, but the score is not really going to matter. You guys at home are going to be watching, and you're going to cast your vote at the end of tonight's round. We're going to go 4 rounds. At the end of round 4, the team that you thought really, really brought it, won, did all the little things that you would have done, you're going to vote, and that is going to be tonight's winner. And we do have a prize. The losers tonight have to pay the winners 1 resin restore. It's a sacred resin restore. I get it, but we don't want to lose and have that come out of our inventory. I know that the Amps don't want to lose, so we're going to get down to business. Let me show you guys tonight's Epic War Bundle. We got a really, really awesome piece of gear. What you're going to see with tonight's War Bundle is that the explosive devices are back. So when you play these cannonball bombs, I mean, they're going to be a lot of fun to play those, and this new ability is pretty awesome. So don't take your judging responsibility lightly. We need you to be objective, open-minded, and cast those votes at the very, very end. All right. Well, before we get down to tonight's matches, we know where everybody's stationed. We're not really going to have captains tonight. We're going to have leads. So Ron is going to be the lead. He's going to call, you know, preventions or whatever else. Tammy's going to be the lead on our team. But pretty much a good portion of the stuff is going to hit tonight. There's only so many preventions. We're not using legends tonight. So you're going to see the map. You're going to see a little bit of the movement. And then hopefully you'll get just a little bit of strategy out of it. You guys ready to see tonight's Epic War Bundle? If you are, give me 999s in chat. 999s in chat right now if you're ready to see what we have in store. A lot of these items are by request, but some of them we brought back. So here we go. Tonight's Epic War Bundle. This is for real. The silver bundle up top, we got Elixir of Extreme. We got Steel. Quad XP. Why? Because we're going to be bringing back the XP, obviously. Friday night, we've got our Kills event is back in full effect. We got Bunko tonight. We got post-battle pet revives, graphene, carbine. Your waxes, of course, you want a pre-match buff. We are not going to pre-match buff tonight, so you don't have to worry about that because items are not coming out of inventory. The red bundle, we've got red summon skins. We got an Inferno Grenade, Enrage 3 potion, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, Super Thrill, and of course Terror 10, one of the strongest potions in the game. There are R12s out there now too, but those have to be designed and you have to get those off the shop. The gold bundle, we got 2 Cruel Blue, we got Encase, 2 Cruel Red, Smolder. Oh, we got Mirror Smoke. I wonder if Mirror Smoke's going to be important this season. We also got, remember, bombs are singular, Ejection Bomb, Fizzle Bomb, by request, Inflame Elixir. That is your Ignite Elixir. That was requested, so that's very, very rare. We've got the green bundle, Energy Orb, Spider Silk, Combat Orb, Epic Armor Skins, Max Spark times 1, Gold Spark times 1, Blue Spark times 1, Max Mike times 1. And then we got Heal and Thrill. Up top, you got your standard recipe, Mythic Skins by request, Colossal Skins by request, Haze and Days by request. And yes, this is the left-handed ring with a awesome, awesome ability. So I'm going to explain this to you guys. So left-handed rings. The stats are awesome. H20, D17, B17, AP14. But what is Fuse? So Fuse is a gear ability that, remember, the way that the bombs are played is if you set the bomb on a person and detonate at the same turn, that's your attack phase. Or you can put the bomb on the person and then leave it there, and next turn detonate it, but it counts as either a smoke or a spark phase. So you can't play the bomb, the smoke, and the spark. You lose something because of the amount of times. And you can still play Marty. What the fuse ability does, it allows you to do your regular move, put the bomb on somebody, and that fuse ability will detonate it. Now, they can still, as a DI, play Marty to stop that event from happening, but it is the first time we've had the bomb ability as basically a free ability. You still got to pay for the bomb, but it's a free ability. All right, so really, really cool bringing the bombs back, because Fizzle has a lot of possibilities. So you guys know what's up there. All right, Kel, I think we got like 20. I think we got a ton of bundles for tonight. And also, you guys check your kills tokens, because we do have some reloads that went out today. So check, see how your gaming's looking, check your shop, all of the above, and make sure you get your reloads well. We got Valar, we got Trigger, we got Justice, Bones, Julia, Doc, Busy, Football, Jim, Ron, Lexicon, Dimes, Dow, Crimson, Pope, Cat, Nightshade, Flyrod, and Kel. Sounds like you guys are excited about the Frozen Jungle. So without further ado, I'm going to take you down to the Frozen Jungle. I'm going to show you the lineups, and the order is from top to bottom. So here it is, everybody. Tonight's war map. All right, we've got on the left side, you can see the lightning bolt. That is the Sparks. That is me, Julia, Dimes, and Crimson. On the right side, we got the Amps. That is Dr. Dye, Ron, Justice, and Valar. The leads tonight are Ron and Dimes. They will be calling the hits and wait. The order is going to be as follows. Dr. Dye will go first from the DZ. Then yours truly will go after Dr. Dye from the Bomber Zone. Then we go to Ron from the Rover Zone. Then we go to Julia to the Rover Zone. Then we go to Justice from the Tank Zone. Then we got Dimes from the Tank Zone. Then we go Valar from the Bomber Zone. And then last but not least, we got Crimson Tide in our DZ. So, if you're watching and you guys are ready, show a little love, make a little noise for both teams, because they're testing for all of us. So, Dr. Dye, 20-second timer starts right now. Dr. Dye. All right. Boss to Main Street, negation wand. All right, Dr. Dye playing boss. In 1 with cap in 3. Negation wand to get rid of Julia's wand. So air wands off the board. To get rid of Sleet wand. Seal, Max Spark, Julia. Put a seal on Dr. Dye. Put a Max Spark over on Julia. E2 Summoning Grenade, Gold Watcher. With Sliver Sacrifice. Tonight, Sliver Sacrifice is going to be Red Eye. So, Red Eye. Let's go ahead and put that third ring on a Sliver. And Dime says it hits. They're going to summon a Gold Watcher. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to light up that watchtower. And now the Amps will have to pay extra to light our watchtower. You know it's got to be an F5. So if we light that up, they got to pay the due. All right. I think it's a great move by Dr. Dye. Good start. All right. My move. 20-second timer. All right, I'm going to enter the battleship and stay in the harbor. I'm going to put stasis on Ron. Seal smoke. H9 snowstorm to the wall for my battleship. I'm on Max Spark Valar. I'm going to steal Justice Boss. So Justice has no boss. I'm going to use Hush ability on Ron, which means he cannot use a gear ability on his next turn. And I'm going to sacrifice a red on myself. Ron says, wait. And I did get a cannonball for the battleship. So we're on the board with a cannonball. Let's go, Sparks. Ron. Gold blue from Ron. All right. Ron using his first blue. And because it's gold, I'm going to let it hit because I have gear absorption. So my gear absorption is now gone. All right, let's go over to Ron. 20-second timer, Father Ron. Take me in the portal, Ron. Oh, come on, Ron. You had your chance to take me in the portal. Ron. Going to get in the rover, move to his DZ. So Ron and Stasis. Going to his DZ. Let's give Ron a tire. Going to seal himself. Going to max spark Julia. So she cannot move. And a Milo to the watchtower. Dime says it hits. All right. So second watchtower is lit. And let's give them the Milo points. So Team Amp's getting on the board. Love it. Everybody trying to score. Gets in the rover, moves to the DZ. Seal, max spark on Julia. All good stuff. He does it within the timer. All right. Let's go over to Julia, who cannot get in the rover now. Julia, 20-second timer starts right now, which she already got. All right. Mythic Stasis to Valar. Seal and Thrill. S8 Snowstorm to the wall. Using Duplex. And for tonight's sake of argument, both teams' slivers are starting at 20 points. It's a nice round number. So both teams, their slivers are 20. All right, Mythic Stasis is good. Seal and Thrill. S9 Snowstorm loaded to the wall. Ron says it hits. Woo, baby. Does it hit? S9 Snowstorm. Wall, not super strong. Black block. Green block. And let's roll the dice. If I can find the dice, because everything is in a different location now. All right. 10-sider. Let's refresh. Some reason we always have to reload on this. 10-sider. It is block number 6. All right, we got a little freeze going on right there. All right, let's go over to Justice. Justice, what you got? Not a boss. 20-second timer, Justice. Don't take me in the portal, Justice. Do not. Whatever you do. Thank you. All right, Justice going to get in the tank. Let's give Justice Cannonball. Good points there, Justice. All right, we got points for Team Amp. Nitrous going to move to the DZ. All right. Justice, get in the tank. Cannonball. Move to the DZ. Stasis to Dimes. That's a good move, too. I see what you guys are doing. I mean, it's a good move because he couldn't play a boss. Milo to the Watchtower. Sacrifice Red Eye and pump the Sliver. Let's go and pump his Sliver up to 25. All right, I'm not going to charge him the Nitrous because he's not in a ghost tank. So the Nitrous would normally be his potion play, but I'm not going to charge him the Nitrous. So we'll forget that ever happened. So he gets in the tank, moves to the DZ, Stasis Dimes, F5 Milo to the Watchtower, Mass Destruction 4, and Sliver ability. So he can't play the Sliver ability because he played MD4. So I'm going to give you can only get one ability, Justice. So I'm going to give you Mass Destruction and the F5 Milo. Dimes hits or wait. What are you doing, Dimes? Dimes, where you at? You're the lead here. Let's go. All right, Dimes says it hits. All right, that is Watchtower number 3 already. These guys are getting a little sneaky with their Watchtowers. And they got the Milo. All right, so something that I have to keep up with is we have thrown 2. So we are in the hit zone. The other team has thrown 3. But Dr. Dye threw a summoning grenade, which is not a throw grenade, but that's okay, because Ron and Justice both threw Milos. So they got both of their throws as well. See what Dr. Dye did? She just played a regular grenade, but now we're in the hit zone. So that means to light the next 3 Dragon Towers, They actually have to hit. Okay. Good move by Justice. All right. Deadly Dimes, you're up. We got Dimes, Villar, and Crimson. All right, Dime's going to get into the tank with her stasis. We've already gotten a cannonball. Yeah, I'll move him. Justice is up there with Ron. And there are no strawmen lit yet. Let me move that over. That's from the previous map the other day. All right, Dime's getting in the tank. Going to move to the temple steps. Seal and Thrill. Max Spark Villar. Unforgiven to the wall. Sacrifice Red Eye and Duplex. All right, so we got another Sliver Sacrifice over here. All right, Dimes was throwing what would have been a hit grenade. Had that hit, we would have lit Watchtower, Dragon Tower number 3. Ron says, nope, I'm stopping that. So Ron playing a second blue. 1 blue remaining. All right, Villar in the tank, Step, Seal and Thrill, Max Spark V, who cannot move. Unforgiven to the wall, Sacrifice Red Eye, and Duplex. All good, and all done within the timer. All right, Villar, you can't move from where you're at, and you got a stasis, so good luck with that. 20-second timer, Villar. Let's go. All right, Villar playing her first dragon. Cronin. Remember, you can play 5 dragons unless you remove some dragon windows. All right, Cronin is an automatic hit, and it is an automatic round 1. But because Villar's playing last, we're going to carry that over to round 2. That means in round 2, everybody from Team Amp will get a +1 rage. Mythic Primus going to steal Crimson's Needle. All right, so no needle for Crimson. Tammy. Never mind. Sorry, Tammy. I forgot you had stasis. I'm like, why do you play a pet? Okay, you got stasis. There you go. All right. So we got Cronin, Mythic Primus. Going to steal Crimson's Needle, so no needle for Crimson. Milo. To the Watchtower. Sacrifice Red Eye and Duplex. All right. Now, first of all, that's not a summoning grenade. That was a Milo. Why are we intervening Milos? Julia, what are you doing? That's not a hit grenade. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. All right. We just stopped a Milo with a prevention. Okay. Cronin, Mythic Primus. So nothing happens here. She does get a seal. Sacrifice a red eye, which is good. And they don't like Watchtower number 4. Okay, Crimson, you're up. Bring us some points. 20-second timer. Dark Boss to their chest. Thank you. We need some points. Crimson playing Dark Boss in 1, cap in 3. Could be worth 25 extra. Seal, Milo to the Watchtower. Sacrifice red eye and a duplex. Ron hits her weight. All right, does hit. So we light our first Watchtower, and she did pay to get past the Watcher, which is good. All right, so I'm going to stop at round number 1. Those watching at home, what did you notice in round number 1 that looks drastically different? No temple. No temple, which is good. It means we're mixing it up a little bit. No, put out the temple flame, go to the temple. And so, I mean, that's big because there's a lot of other things that you can see that you're going to want to try to do. So, do you put out the temple? Do you not put out the temple? So, just an interesting thing here. All right. Now, at the end of the round, Strawman are 0-0. DZ, Crimson with a halo. Justice with a halo. Ron with a halo. Doc with a halo. But there is no DZ advantage because they have 3 people controlling theirs. We have 1 controlling ours. So had one of those players went to the other one, they would have DZ control. So no Strawman is lit. So the DZ is basically 25 to 25. All right. Awesome first round. All right, Dr. Die. You're up. 20-second timer. Plow. Dr. Die dropping a snowplow. Okay. Oh, with a snowstorm. That's what I'm talking about, Doc. Oh, that's money. What a money play by the doctor. Love that move. Okay. So because she paid, somebody was taking notes. All right, so Dr. Die, snowplow. She gets a wave award. She gets 2 blocks, and they're going to freeze our wall. You sneaky, sneaky lady. All right, wave award for Dr. Die. 2 blocks gone. Black block and a green block. All right, now let's roll the die to see what we're going to have frozen. 1 to 8. Oh, man. They froze our top block. That's a problem. That is a problem. All right. Wow. All right. We got that one frozen. Well, that changes things a little bit. All right. My move. All right, I got to type it out. You know, Villar, I was typing it, and just for that, I think I'm going to change my attack to you. All right, make sure I got all my stuff here. All right, I might have missed a move, but I'm playing keeping score. All right, I'm going to stay in the harbor. I'm going to cast Blaze to our wall. F4 Spade Grenade. I'm going to Torment Villar. I'm going to Gold Spark Villar, and I'm going to Cease Villar. All right. Ron using Prevention on Blaze. And Spade Grenade hits. See what I did there, Ron? All right. So even though Ron prevented the Blaze, the Spade hits and breaks the ice block. Lights up my 3rd Dragon Tower window. And Villar, you get 1 more ability, and after that, you and me have no gear abilities. All right, Ron, you're up. Ron and Stasis in the rover. 20-second timer. Ron going to go Colossal Wicked Kang to the Main Street Boss, which is good because we don't have any Kangs, so he can't bounce any of ours. But he does get a Wicked one out, 73 points. We'll probably be joining you on that soon. Pet Repel. Bunko. To Stasis. All right, so Bunko to Stasis on Valar and Ron. So Tammy's going to prevent the Stasis hit on Valar. We don't care about Ron. Right, Tammy? Crimson can prevent it. Or Immortal Blue, either one. All right, using a blue. So Immortal Blue is going to break Valar's seal. All right, Ron, your Stasis is dead. Valar going to max absorb. Keep her seal. All right, so Ron gets a Kang, a Pet Repel, Bunko shot split. He's going to hush Julia, so Julia cannot use a gear ability this round. And he's going to sacrifice to that sliver. And I did not remove the sliver rings from last time, so let me remove those. So I'll put Ron's there, and then we'll take the one from the end of last round from both teams. All right, good stuff, Ron. All right, Julia can now move. Julia, 20-second timer. Julia going to jump into Rover and get us a tire. And go over to their DZ. Mythic Needle to the Haystack and a little bit of dust on Justice. All right, Julia playing Needle. Needle in 1. I'm sorry, in 2. Cap in 3. And that was a nice move by Ron. If you guys didn't notice, Julia had played Duplex, which means she was going to play a sliver ability. Ron played Hush, which kept her from pumping that sliver up. So that's a good move. Julia instead says, hey, I'll sacrifice a Red Eye. Rover's good. Mythic Needle's good. Dust to Justice. St. Milo loaded to the wall. I needed that not to be a Milo, Julia. I needed that to be a Spade or something that was going to be a hit zone. Remember, the hit zone are Spades, Unforgivens, and Dracarys. All right, we do get the Milo points. And M7 Green block, blue block, and half a blue block. So we have 50 blue remaining. All right, we got Justice in a tank. He is dusted. Justice, you got a 20-second timer. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Justice, possible 73 points. Max Spark. To Julia. She can be Max Sparked, slowed, but not stunned again. She's already been stunned. M7 Unforgiven to our boss with the sliver ability. Kang's good. Max Spark is good. Unforgiven with sliver. Dimes hits her weight. All right, Mythic Blue from Julia. All right, Mythic Blue. We'll hit Justice. And deal 30% damage to Justice, put him at 70%. All right, let's go over to Dimes. Dimes, 20-second timer. Justice going to max absorb, so we'll keep him at 100%. All right, Dime's going to go Colossal Kang. Possible 73. Dropping a Pet Repel, Gold Spark on Ron. Good job of putting a Nerfs on. By Team Sparks. You can see we've tormented Valar. We've dusted Justice. We've shrunk Ron. We've shrunk Valar. So definitely we're playing to get a point advantage by hampering the other team. Dime's going to throw a Gamut Grenade to Ron. Why are we throwing a Gamut Grenade? People? What are we doing? I need to light these Dragon Towers. Come on, Dimes. You got a straight shot to the wall. Hit that wall with a spade or an Unforgiven. We make Ron burn a blue, or we hit the wall and we light that Dragon Tower. All right, Ron's like, I'll let the Gamut Grenade hit. All right, Dime stasis is dead. Sliverability is good. Pumps that sliver up double because of the duplex. And we're going to throw a gamut grenade to Ron, and he's got a seal. So, grats on a seal breaker. Come on, Tammy. Breaking seals. Ain't scoring no points. All right. Valar, you're up. Valar got a lot of stuff going on here. 20-second timer, Valar. All right, Valar's able to jump into battleship. And move to DZ. I'm going to capsize that boat. All right. Valar moving to the DZ. All right, put Valar over there to the side. Rage Tonic, Milo to the Watchtower with Sliver ability. And that is Valar's last ability. All right. Now, I think we have a meet and greet. All right, but 1 second. All right, that's a good move, but the round's not over. So let's give them Milo to the Watchtower. That is going to light Watchtower number 4. But we got one move left until the end of the round. All right, Crimson, you're up. DZ Portal, Grizz Justice, Gas Blast Ron, and Sliver Ability. How you like that, Ron? Huh? Prevention time. Use them up, Ron. Use them up, baby. You know you don't want to have a prevention past round 2. Go ahead. If you want those 100 points from the meet and greet, you're going to burn those preventions. Oh, oh, he lets it hit. Oh, that's even better. Because check this out. All right, we go Grizz Justice out of his tank into the no zone. Goodbye, tank. We're going Gas Blast Ron out of his rover into the no zone. Now, come on, y'all, watching at home. That was epic, right? Y'all saw him try to get their meet and greet, and then Crimson snuck on over there and did a bam bam. Like, we'll give you the points, but you ain't going to have no preventions the rest of this game. That's what I'm talking about. All right. End of the round, number 2. At the end of the round, we've got Dr. Die. Second Halo. We got Valar with a Halo. Julia, second Halo. Crimson, second Halo. No one in the temple. Slivers, 35-35. We got a tie with that. Strawman, still 0-0. DZ, 0-0. All right. One sec. All right, give me a second. All right, Dr. Diet, start of your turn. Your team's going to get 146 points in Kangs. And you will get a boss cap. Very nicely done. Flags are 1-0. Remember, we're only playing 4 rounds. All right, Dr. Dye, you're up. 20 seconds. Needle to the haystack. Oh, come on. Doc, Doc, what's up with the dust? Come on now. Can't believe she dusted me. All right, needle to the haystack. And by the way, this needle that Julia had capped. So that goes over to the other team. So we got 1 needle, y'all got 0. All right, Doc playing needle in 3. We'll cap in 4. All right. Mythic dark blue. Needle is good. Dust is good. Blue spark, M7 Unforgiven with duplex. Nicely done, Doc. All right. I'm up. All right, I'm going to stay in the harbor. Vines to Valar. Immortal Needle to the Haystack. I'm going to play Needle in 3, cap in 4. I'm going to place a Fizzle Bomb on Ron, and I'm going to play Sliver Ability. All right, Ron, I'm going to play a Marty. Valar's Seal broke. Valar at 90% health. And Justice playing blue. They have no blues remaining. Both teams out of blues. All right, Ron, you're up. All right, Ron going to play Bury the Dead. It will hit. Oh, somebody's vehicle's going down. Ron, give me 3 numbers. All right, Ron can sink my battleship. The only way you can sink it if you're in the harbor. Ron going 157. 1. 5. 7. Oh my goodness. Ron, you missed the battleship there, buddy. That's about as good as you can get. All right, I'll show you the rest of them. The sub would have been the boat in this instance, so you guys can see where all the rest of them were. All right, good stuff there. All right, Tammy, sorry you lost your tank, but I'd rather you lose the tank than me die in a battleship. So there's that. That was pretty brutal there, Ron. That was cruel. But I like the strategy. I like going for it there. All right. Let's go to Julia. 20 seconds, Julia. If you're just tuning in, we are in round 3. Going to go Colossal Kang. Good. Good to get some points on the board. Could be worth 73. Gold Spark Justice and a Torment to Ron. More slowing the other team down, which is good. You do get an X for the Dragon Tower, Ron. It's a good hit. So that is Dragon Tower number 3. Yep. Julia using Sliver ability. Pump our Sliver up to 50. All right, so Colossal Kang, Gold Spark Justice. Now the nerfs are starting to kick in. Torment Ron. Seismic Grenade to Valar and Sliver ability. What you got, Ron? Justice going to prevent the Seismic. All right. All right, everything else looks good. All right, Justice, you are dusted and gold sparked. "20-second timer, Justice. All right, going to move to their DZ, which is our DZ. Let's see what you're doing there, Justice. Justice moving on down the coast. Summon Colossal Watcher. Blue Spark himself. And put a max seal over on Valar. S6 Watchtower loaded, and he's going to play Duplex, which will double that sliver ability next round. All right, Colossal Watcher. Means our next Watchtower will have to pay for that one too. And he does get the points from Colossal Watcher. So nice pet score there for Justice. And we'll light Watchtower number 5. Watchtower number 5. All right, real quick recap. Movement is good. Summon Colossal Watcher. One second. All right. Good stuff. Now let's go over to Deadly Dimes. We got Dimes, Valar, and Crimson. Dimes going to move to their DZ. Needle to the haystack. 3 haystacks are occupied, which is good. Needle in 3 would cap in 4. Vines to Valar. Seismic with Mass Destruction 4. All right, Vines Valar, take her down to 80%. Seismic will be 1 capsize, 1 more, and Valar will sink. Movement's good. Needle is good. Vines is good. Seismic is good, and Valar takes the damage from Seismic as well, which lowers her down to 60% health. Valar, you're up. 20-second timer. Where's Valar? All right, Valar going to drive over to the other bomber zone and steal the flag. All right, so that is her move. Okay, Crimson. You're up. All right, 1 second. Yes, that's it. That's the one. we're trying to think of a name of a pet to blast Valar with. Sorry. Okay, we got it now. When 4 people forget the name of a pet, it's a very popular pet. There you go. DZ Portal, Pet Repel. No, 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 Crimson. Oh, shit. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Crimson, quick, type no gas blast. Come on, Ron. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. I would take it to 25 points. Oh, man. All right. All right. DZ Portal. Valar, you lived another day. You are the luckiest person on earth. That's funny. All right. Well, Justice, you're getting gas blasted. I know that. All right. DZ Portal. Pet Repel. Gas Blast Justice. We'll send him back over to the no zone. Scold to Valar. All right, so Scold hits because Ron said it hits. So the good news is all that stuff hits. So give Crimson that. We're going to light our second watchtower. Valar taking more damage. So I got Valar down to 50%. Still alive for now. And we got that's the end of the round. All right, so the end of the round. No temple. We did light a straw man because remember, now that you have the DZ advantage, we get 25 points to 0, but we have an advantage, so first straw man is lit. And at the end of the round, we got 50 points for our sliver. They got 35. All right, we are going to cap some needles, though. All right, we're going to round number 4. Dr. Die, at the beginning of your turn, your needle caps 100 points. Dr. Die, you got 20 seconds or 25 minutes, depending on whether or not you can remember the name of a scold. So you're up, Doc. DZ Portal. Oh, come on, Doc. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. She gonna DZ Portal and take our snowplow. Putting a snowstorm in there. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Couple more blocks, non-preventable. Green and blue. Cannot be prevented with snowstorm. All right. Dr. Dye with 50 points. First ever junkyard dog. Well done. Villar, can you Dominari that? Sorry, you're not on our team. We got no Dominaris. We can't even stop the junkyard dog. All right. On my turn, my needle caps. Okay. Let me type my move. No blocks are frozen because she didn't. She gets non-preventable, but the snowstorm only works when it's a black block. But she still gets 2 blocks that you can't prevent. All right. I'm going to stay in the harbor. I'm going to scold the Villar. I'm going to F5 seismic to Villar. I'm going to sizzle bomb Ron. And I'm going to cast a death and pain and destruction smoke to Villar. And I just made it up. So Villar, there's nothing you can do about it. All right, Justin's going to play second Marty. All right. Real quick, the people watching, if this were a full game and I played those sizzle bombs, what would they not be able to do now that they played both of their Martys? Repair Dragonstones. That's the beauty of the bombs and the gear being back in, because when you guys are playing with your regular teams, you're going to be moving to the temple. You're going to sneak in a junkyard dog every once in a while. I mean, you got so many options. But if you're playing the bombs and they're using Martys, there's only 2 Martys. So you dim a Dragonstone, that Dragonstone's not going to be able to be rebuilt, which means there's no Dragonstorm. So keep that in the back of your mind. All right. Sorry, Valar. I got a killing blow. Valar sinks. But the flag does go over to her area because she did grab it before. So we'll just say after Valar died, the flag floated over. She still gets credit for stealing the flag. But I get credit for a killing blow. All right, so 1 CK against Valar. One stolen flag. All right. Just for sake of time, and we have had a blast. It is 10 o'clock. We are going to call it right there. We got a close game, but it's close enough that we can let the fans decide who won the game tonight. Not a popularity contest, so please don't vote because somebody's in your faction. You guys watched, you enjoyed it like we do. It's for bragging rights. You saw what the Amps did, you saw what the Sparks did. So, if you're here watching, and again, the Sparks are on the left. The Spark are me, Tammy, Julia, Crimson. The Amps, Dr. Dye, Justice, Ron, and Valar. Put your vote in chat right now. Who won tonight's exhibition match? Come on, don't be afraid. They're like, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. They all played great. No one wants to cast that vote. All right, well, I guess I'll have to be the tiebreaker. All right, so I'm casting the tiebreaker. So here's how I saw it. For creativity, the Amps were a little better than the Sparks. Overall scoring, the Sparks would have won the scoring battle. So if the game was tallied up with points, the Sparks had enough points with our boss, with our Kangs, and we were close enough in the other categories because we locked down in round number 1 with the stasis. So now, how would the game played out if we played 6 rounds? I don't know. Because the Amps got off to a good start, and the Sparks were a little better with the fundamental stuff. The nerfs, the launching, the torments, the basic stuff. So here's what I would say to those of you watching and to those of you that played. Be creative, but don't forget the value of a Torment Smoke, of a Max Spark, of a Grizz Pet, of knowing that the other team is about to get meet and greet, and you need to play a Grizz, and you need to burn their preventions. So both of those things really, really good. I had a good time with you guys playing tonight. So awesome job to both teams. I'm going to say it's a tie. So good job to everybody. I think we played good. Do you guys feel more confident going into next week now that you've seen the match a little bit and you know there's a lot going on? So I'm looking forward to being able to keep score because things like Dragon Towers and everything else. All right, you guys, 10 o'clock. I had a blast. Good exhibition. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for some fish fights. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. We're going to have a lot of fun this season.